Good Shepherd, may I sing thy praise within thy house forever. Hello everybody and welcome once again to Virtual Church, brought to you live from the BIS dining room. nearly said music room because we're so nearly there in fact that there were only 2 ever live broadcasts left from this location, and I think that is the end of a major chapter in the BIS journey. So the organ is being moved. We've got one more after this, so that's going to be a celebration and also sad times. So today is the 4th Sunday of Easter. It's also known as Good Shepherd Sunday. Today we have shepherd themes, of course, and some tricky quiz questions to keep you on your toes. Although I haven't beat you yet, but tonight could be the first time that I beat you. The opening hymn was, as you all know, one of the great hymns for the shepherd, Psalm 23, the King of Love, my shepherd is. Words were by Henry Williams Baker in 1868, and it's a beautiful paraphrase of Psalm 23. And we had it to the tune St. Columba there, which is an Irish melody. So we have quiz questions, we have requests, and we have hymns that I've thrown in because today is Good Shepherd Sunday. So what we're going to do straight away is get into a question. We're going to get this quiz rolling straight away because I often forget to get it going. So we're going to go straight in. So today is indeed Good Shepherd Sunday. But why, just why is it called Good Shepherd Sunday? That is the question. So I'm going to give you some options. And you can answer as I'm playing the next hymn. So, whilst you're answering that question, I'm going to play Saviour, like a shepherd lead us. Let me find it. Saviour, like a shepherd. Are you clever enough to do that? No, you're not. The thing is, I didn't want to write out the whole of the word saviour because I didn't know whether it was the American spelling or the English spelling that's in my iPad. So the English is without the U, of course. But Google Drive is not clever enough to work it out what I'm trying to do. Oh, it is. It's actually come up with the American spelling of Saviour, like a shepherd lead us. So the words are by Dorothy Thrupp from 1836, and the tune is the well-known tune, certainly in America, Bradbury, by the American composer William Bradbury. The words are a heartfelt prayer asking Jesus to guide us as our shepherd. So totally relevant for today, of course. Really beautiful. And again, it's one of those hymns that I would not have known if it wasn't for Virtual Church. So thank you for introducing me to that. So the answer to question 1, I know, Daniel, I like to start it easy just to get you warmed up. It is an easy one, of course. In fact, I'll be honest with you. The first question that I originally had was, what would you call it? What do we celebrate today? The Good Shepherd, other various options, and of course, it's in the title of the YouTube video, so it was a bit too easy, that one. So I thought, no, you all know it's Good Shepherd, but why is it Good Shepherd? So the answer is, you've got it. It's not because there are sheep on the lawn. No, it is because of the first gospel reading this morning. On the 4th Sunday of Easter, the gospel is always taken from John chapter 10, where Jesus describes himself as the good shepherd who lays down his life for the sheep. I mean, not literally for the sheep, because that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? That would be a whole different story. We are the sheep, and he is our shepherd. Get it? It's poetry. Right, it's a beautiful hymn. Yes, we are. People have noticed that the amount of the BIS Music Room has shot up. We're doing extremely well. And next week is the final day that the organ will be in here. The final broadcast next week. So it'll be a big celebration, a big send-off for the old girl before she goes into her, before she goes on holiday into the living room for 2 or 3 weeks. So I don't quite know where we're going to sit, to be honest. There's going to be an organ in our living room, and it's going to be ridiculous. I think this is going to be our sofa for a few weeks. This organ bench here is going to be our sofa. So she's going on holiday in there, and then after that, once the music room is ready, she's then going to go in there. So big send off. So the deadline for the fundraising campaign is next Sunday. So if we can cross over to £50,000 during the broadcast, that would just be reminiscent of when we crossed over to 100,000 subscribers live, because that was just amazing. That was one of the best things I've ever done. So if we can do that next week, that would be a dream. So question 2 is, what? So we're celebrating the Good Shepherd today, but yesterday, what did we celebrate? So whose feast was it yesterday? There we go. You get answering that. So the next hymn that we have comes in from Cheryl. She's been a very long supporter and member of our community, Cheryl Hart. She now goes by the name of Old and Slow, which I don't believe either of those things, to be honest with you, Cheryl. I don't believe you are either of those things. But that's what she wants to know. She wants to be called Old and Slow. So Cheryl has asked for new every morning is the love. And Cheryl says, it's always been one of my most favourite hymns. I find the words by the Reverend John Keeble simple but profound. And the tune, Melcombe, by Samuel Webb the Elder, is just simply lovely. Which I'm sure, Cheryl, is just like you. Thank you very much, Cheryl, indeed, for putting through a really wonderful hymn. John Keble, one of the great hymn writers, isn't it? It's no wonder Oxford named one of their nicest college chapels, well, colleges, after him. Music by Samuel Webb. Okay, so the answer to the second question, I can give a little bit of a poo at this point because there's only 38 votes. There's well over 100 of you there, but nearly 40 votes. Come on, guys. We've got a bit of a, what do you call it when you don't turn out to, a low turnout, that's it. So 47% of you, I'm afraid, were wrong. So that's one to me. Yes. James, who's our producer tonight, could you please keep note? That's one to me. The answer is St. Mark the Evangelist. His feast falls on the 25th of April. And he is, of course, the author of the shortest of the 4 Gospels. Right, so where are we going to go next then? Oh, yes, really well-known hymn. He all said, oh no, terrible. Nick Nack says, oops. Well, it's one to me. I think that's 1-1 actually so far. So the next, I love these quizzes. I think maybe you don't like them, but I do. Maybe we'll give them a break after a while, but I think they're great fun. What symbol traditionally represents St. Mark? What symbol traditionally represents St. Mark, who we celebrated yesterday? Okay, so the next hymn that we have is not in the iPad. Oh, right, that's a surprise. To be honest with you, I can probably do this one from memory. We'll quickly find this just in case I have a bit of a brain malfunction whilst I'm live on the internet. 108 in here. I thought I could have sworn it was on the iPad. I'm just seeing if we had some vibrations on my wrist. So thank you very much to Bill Raty. Are you in, Bill Raty? And Sean, thank you so much, Sean. Very, very kind. I look forward to welcoming you back round to BIS in the near future. Bill, you've got to reply to my email, my friend. Please do. Yeah, thank you very much for putting some music in the tip jar for the music room. So here we go. You've got the question. The next hymn is, the next request, sorry, comes from Tyron Davids, who's asked for Glory Be to Jesus. Oh, I don't actually have, Tyron, your whole, oh, how can I get that quickly? Can I get it very quickly? Your whole... James, have you got access to my requests form and you can see Tyron's reasoning? I do apologise, I haven't got it. I've only got the first bit. So glory be to Jesus, who in bitter pains. Let's have a go. final verse is lift ye then your voices, swell the mighty flood, louder, you've got an emoji for that, still, and louder, you've got an emoji for that, praise the precious blood. So we got louder and louder, didn't we? You had the solo reeds there rather than the great reeds. They're very different in character. Solo reeds, great reeds. All together. I love this organ so much. We are, of course, in Tewkesbury Abbey. Can't wait to set this organ up in the new room, and Redcliffe as well. Just going to sound amazing. Okay, so the answer to question number 3 is indeed a lion. From Ezekiel's vision and Revelation's 4 living creatures, Mark's Gospel begins with John the Baptist as a voice crying in the wilderness, which the lion has come to symbolize. Here we go. I hope that when I'm no longer around, I'm remembered as a lion. So Mark's done pretty well there, hasn't he? He could be remembered as a zebra or something, or a camel, or even a donkey. But no, a lion. Okay, so number 4. Is question number 4 is, I've actually got this in the wrong order, I've just realised, which is why there's a bit of a gap there. Okay, we'll have to just, I'll tell you what, we'll do it, but I've realised I've just played some hymns in the wrong order. I'm trying to make all the questions related to the following hymn, but the question is related to the first hymn we had tonight. No, we won't have it, because I think I told you anyway. It was basically who wrote the tune Crimond. We'll not bother with that one. But what we will bother with is the next tune. The next tune, the next hymn, which is, let me just make sure I'm doing things in the right. What's going on here? It's The King of Love My Shepherd Is, to the tune Dominus Regit Me. Yes, I got the hymns muddled up. So keen-eared amongst you, the people who are paying attention, would have noticed that the words for the first hymn were not by Henry Williams Baker. They were the words they came from the Scottish Psalter of 1650. This hymn, The King of Love My Shepherd Is, was indeed written by Henry Williams Baker in 1868, and this is, which is true of the previous one, this is also a paraphrase of Psalm 23. The King of Love My Shepherd Is, to the tune Dominus Regit Me. One of the great tunes, this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's just push on with the quiz. So, I missed one out, but that's okay. I think you would have got it right anyway. Question number 6, no, sorry, question number 5 is, in which Scottish county is the village of Crimond? So you've got Perthshire, Inverness-shire, Aberdeenshire, or is it just north of Croydon? So now a request from Daniel Kubacki. Apologies, Daniel, I haven't actually had a chance to get your recording ready. So I don't know whether you have introduced it, but if you have, I do apologise. I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. And Daniel says, this is a great hymn about what it means to know Jesus and to follow him. Not one that I know, actually. So thank you very much, Daniel, for sending that one through. It was new to me, and I wonder who else that was new to. Okay, you're now showing off your knowledge of geography. So the answer is Aberdeenshire. Yes, Crimond is a village near Peterhead, where Jessie Seymour Irvine, who wrote it, her father served as a parish priest. Great. Well, let's just fire up the next hymn. Let me find it first, and then I'll introduce it. So just a quick nod towards the fundraising campaign. We have a week left, and a very, very generous supporter of the music room has said that for the remaining countdown, if you like, he will match any donation that is made. So if you make a donation, consider that doubled by a very generous supporter. And to that person, I am extremely grateful, more than you can possibly imagine. So thank you. So, question number 6. Still on Crimond, actually, because it is one of the tunes for Good Shepherd Sunday. Now, do you know this one? Which royal wedding was Crimond famously sung? Famously, no less. That could be part of the trick question, if you like. Right, let's go on to our next hymn. So, continuing the shepherd theme, of course, tonight, we're going to have He leadeth me, O blessed thought, O words with heavenly comfort fraught. The words are by Joseph Henry Gilmore, who was an American Baptist minister, written in 1862. The music is by William Bradbury, again, to the second hymn that we've had by him tonight, the same composer who gave us the tune Saviour Like a Shepherd. This is a hymn of trust in God's loving guidance through every season of life. Gregory Wonder says it's not usually played this gently. I feel like it was quite a sort of a gentle one, that actually. I mean, it's a bit different to Kofen, but I think if we had all of the hymns too loud tonight, we'd get some complaints from the neighbours. Not my neighbours, your neighbours. If you're listening to it loudly, which is what I'd like you to do. So the answer to question 6 is, you got it right, Princess Elizabeth and Philip Mountbatten in 1947. The hymn then became enormously popular in Britain following that wedding, of course. So it was famously sung at their wedding. I believe she also had it. No, she didn't. No. I was going to say she had it at her wedding, but she didn't. She had a bum ba bum ba da dum ba dum bum ba. Andrew, about their tremulants. They're coming very soon, my friend. They are in the works. Doesn't that sound good? Very strange sound, isn't it? But if you have it without the tremulant, it's more like more like bagpipes. Ah, right. Let's go on to our next one, shall we? Question number 7. And the next, oh, by the way, next week's going to be a celebration. No, don't worry. I was going to say, we haven't had a top 5 hymns for a while, but let's save that for the music room. Although we should have a top 5 something next week, shouldn't we? Top 5 hymns for a celebration, perhaps. How was that? Top 5 biggest hymns you can think of. Do your worst. We have to do top 10 for that. How about we do that? Any volunteers? We should actually maybe pull it together. Top 10 cracking hymns to blow up your subwoofer or something. Anyway, it's okay. So what is question number 7? Who composed the tune Brother James's Heir? Do you know the answer to that? So is it Stanford? Well, I'll put all the options in the chat for you to click away. And then the next hymn is a request from Glenn Snyder. Teach me thy way, O Lord. Make sure that we've got the right tune here. Teach me thy way, O Lord, teach me thy way. Thy guiding grace afford, teach me thy way. And the tune is called Kamaka. Kamaka. And Glenn says he came across this on another YouTube stream and thought, we have not had this on VC before. You're watching another YouTube stream? How very dare you? Just had a very nice donation from Talfin Jones. Thank you very much. And also James Palmer. Thank you very much for producing and also for producing donations. That's very kind of you, James. So yes, we're doing really, really well. Yes, here we go. Teach me thy way, O Lord. Let's go for, what should we have? Let's start with the mutations on the choir for now. Very, very nice. And I am surprised that we didn't have that on Virtual Church yet. But as Glenn says, we haven't. And I don't think we have because it wasn't on the iPad. We may have had it in a previous life, but I don't remember that one. So the answer to question 7 is, you got it right again. Yeah, you're too clever tonight. Is, yes, James Leith Macbeth Bain. He was a Scottish hymn writer. He was a mystic and healer who lived from 1860 to 1925, known to his peers as Brother James. The tune was first published in 1915. Now I do have somewhere, I can't remember where it is. Hello. A little prelude organ piece on Brother James's air.
Oh, it's nice that you've got a dog-eared copy upstairs.
How do you remember that? Is it actually upstairs?
Well, don't know if it is still, but it was.
It's not in here, is it? Who is it? Who
Shall
is
I
it
see if
by?
I can find it?
Do you know who it's by? The arrangement. Is it a Rawthorne one?
I don't think it's Rawthorne, no. Would you like me to see if I can find it?
That'd be awesome, because it is Good Shepherd Sunday. Why is that relevant to?
Oh.
What have you done? You've been fiddling around with everything. Have you taken everything offline? Seriously, what have you done?
I don't know.
You've just taken everything. Okay, we're not offline, right?
Ah!
No, it's not there. Ugh.
Okay.
You come in and you've already. Yes, you go and do something useful. Everything's just disappeared on the screen. That was like a heart-stopping moment there. But we are still here. Phew. All right then. So okay. So people who don't do liturgy perhaps may not know this. May not know this. Which year of the lectionary cycle are we in? There are only 3 options. So it's A, B, or C. So now I'm going to go into a request from Benjamin Yao, another long-serving member of our community. And Benjamin has asked for Honour the Dead, our country's fighting brave, with a tune by Colin Gibson. And James, would you mind? My Excel sheet has cut off the reason. James, our very trusty and efficient producer, and well-dressed producer as well, will put Benjamin's reason in the chat. I do apologise, Benjamin, for not having that to hand. Glenn, you are very, very welcome, my friend. You're very welcome. The Stream Deck keeps doing funny things. Anyway, so beautiful tune, wasn't it? That. Yes, Lord for the Years vibes. Lord for the Years. Da, 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 da. The first interval, at least. Yeah, nice. Thank you very much. I have to try to remember that. If I'm putting together a service about remembering the dead for people who fought in battles, then nice, very nice. Tune is called Anzac. All right, so the similar question that I think I gave to you was, in which year of the lectionary cycle are we in? We are, of course, in year A. And this cycle primarily focuses on St. Matthew's Gospel, with John featuring very strongly during the Easter season. Evening, Marcus. How are you doing, my friend? You all right? Ian, good evening. Late to the party? Never too late, don't worry. Come in whenever you like. Better late than not at all. Who have we got in tonight? I've got absolutely no idea who's in, and I've got no idea even how many we've got watching. 140 at the minute watching, which is cool. Hello everyone, good evening and welcome. Who are you? Let me know who you are and where you are as well. That would be cool. All right, so let's have a quick go with the next hymn, which is going to be, before I do that, I've got only a couple more questions for you. Only a couple more. And we might do one next week, but it might be more sort of BIS related. See if I can catch you out.
BIS related.
Well, yeah, rather than Bible related. Although BIS is the Bible of something.
What hymn was I playing when Nala jumped on my lap?
Yeah, but that would be the question of, look who it is speaking of the devil. Well, they're not quite Nala, the other one. Which hymn wasn't I playing when Nala jumped on the organ or on my
The
lap?
light's not on this.
Oh, why not? What have you done to it?
Don't know.
They don't press the buttons.
The light's not on.
Look, put it back in there and it should reboot it. Has it not been on charge or something? Has it gone flat? Maybe it's gone flat. Maybe it's... I think that one's flat as a pancake. Could you... Where does that white cable go? Oh, it doesn't go anywhere, does it? It goes into the eye.
Don't worry, I don't need to talk. It's fine.
You don't need to talk. You love talking. What do you mean you don't need to talk? You're always talking. Let me give it a bit of a boost. I think it's actually gone flat. I think it has gone flat. Look, I'll give it a bit of a charge. Just, I think 2-3 minutes, it'll be fine.
I'm just looking at the last option to your quiz question. That's hilarious.
Sorry, I didn't click
The
submit.
Dixie Chicks.
There we go. Who originally composed the tune Dix? And the reason I'm asking you that question is because... Why? I can't remember why. Why did I come up with this? I'm not sure. So for our final hymn in this section, this is a hymn from Tyler Hyman, who's asked for "Built on a Rock, the church shall stand." And Tyler says simply, "Can you please play Built on a Rock? This is one of my favourite hymns and tunes that I enjoy listening to." Oh, I do know why we have got this question, because okay, let's keep going. Because I think I've binned one of the hymns. The words are by the Danish pastor and reformer Nikolai Grundtvig from 1837 and have been translated into English. The strong folk-like minor mode tune Kerken den at Hamelt, Dutch. Is it Dutch? I think. Danish. Sorry, I do apologise. Means church. The church is an old house and was composed in 1840 by the Norwegian, oh my God, it's a complete European tour, this one, isn't it? Norwegian organist Ludvig Matthias Liedermann, who later co-founded the Oslo Conservatory. So this is our 10th hymn tonight. Built on a rock, the church shall stand. And I think also Michelle requested this as well. So we've had 2 people request this one tonight. So, and it's saying it can't open it. Oh, brilliant. Michelle, where do I find your request, my friend? ELW211, that's lucky. And then after this, we'll have a little organ piece based on the famous tune in Brother James's Air, which Caroline has very kindly found for me in the junk room. I mean, storeroom. 211, Michelle, are you sure?
562?
James
has just messaged.
Yeah, 562. Yeah, okay. I think Michelle's just trying to keep me on my toes. You caught me out. Am I looking in the wrong hymn book or something? ELW 562. A Radiant Light, O Sun Divine. Oh, goodness me. Right, back to the index. Oh, there's one of Charlotte's stickers there. I do apologise. Yeah. I think it's Sky from Paw Patrol. Built on a rock. 652. 652. You're doing a me there, James. A bit of dyslexia. Oh, wow. I had a red donation from Richard, who's very generous. Thank you very much, Mr. Widdicombe. That's very generous of you. Thank you so much for everything. Right, so let's have a go with this. Built on a rock, the church shall stand. do apologise for the wrong pedal notes there. I'm quite sure what got into my left foot, apart from the wrong notes. Built on a rock, the church shall stand. Built on a rock, the BIS music room shall stand. There we go. Totally relevant to what's going on here on the building site. So I told the guys in the chat that we actually only have 2 live streamers left in here ever. It's the end of a chapter, the end of an era. For tonight and next week is the final one. The very final one. The microphone, it might have enough boost in it just to get you through.
And then what's going to happen?
I've told them. The organ's going on a holiday into the living room. And this organ bench is going to be our new sofa.
And Colin Peacock's going to come and service it and move it to its forever home.
Yeah, well, yes, he is. It's going to be moved by Colin, well, by the builders under the strict supervision of Colin Peacock.
Oh, really? Oh, gosh, I didn't know about that. Oh, gosh.
Right, yeah, it isn't it? So it's going on a holiday to the living room, which is not going to be much fun
Wish
for
us
us,
luck,
actually.
because we've also got to cook in there if it's raining. We can cook on the patio if it's not raining.
Well, the weather's been nice, so hopefully we'll have nice weather.
Yeah, but the weather could break at any
Well,
time.
no, I
This
realise
is
this.
United Kingdom we're talking about. It's
I realise this.
It's not Bali.
But do you remember when? Do you remember when they started the building? The moment they started building it, the heavens opened and then didn't stop.
Yeah, snow.
So I reckon what's going to happen.
One day the bricklayer came to the door and driving snow said to me, "I'm giving up for the day. Hope you don't mind."
I reckon that with the weather, it's going to be glorious, useful weather until the moment this all gets knocked out, and then it's going to rain again, so we can't use the outside patio. Yeah. So anyway, everything in the dining room and everything in the kitchen is going to have to be moved out of here, and that living room is going to be
chaos.
More so than
I
normal.
mean, we live in chaos at the best of times, but I think it really is going to be chaos by anyone's standards for the next 6 weeks.
Utterly ridiculous, isn't it?
But then it's going to be epic.
Well, it'll be a breather sigh of relief all around, I think. When we can literally breathe and we have space again.
Oh, look, 11%. That's nearly 5 people voted Dixie Chicks. I may or may not have been one of them.
There we go. You see, right? But what does that mean? That 43% of you have given me another point. Yes. So the answer to the question, who composed the tune Dix, is Conrad Kosher.
Ooh.
Yeah, who composed it in 1838. That the tune is named after William Chatterton Dix because it was paired with his Epiphany hymn, as with Gladness Men of Old. But Dix did not originally compose that tune.
I think a BIS quiz would be really fun.
Well, next week we should probably do it then. So maybe people could volunteer some questions for next week, all to do with BIS.
I think that'd be really fun.
So they've got some homework this week, right? So they've got it's got to come up with a list of top 10 hymns for celebration. So
celebrate this
last
room?
night of the prom sort of thing.
Oh, well, that's easy, isn't it?
Well, I said
you can practice Orb and Scepter.
I shall. How about you practice Orb and Scepter? You put your money where your mouth is, and you play it.
We could play I Was Glad together for old time's sake. But let's
Play
not do the
Zadok,
5 acts, because the
actually.
last time we did the 5 acts, that was an absolute disaster. Because you didn't read the music. You were doing Vivat Regina Elizabeth, but
Yeah,
I
the
was
good
looking
ones,
at Vivat Regina Camilla. And you just randomly went off on you weren't reading the notes in front of you.
I was just going with my instinct.
Oh, it's not on.
Anyway, come on. We need to go. That was actually the final. Oh no, I'm going to play this piece, aren't I? That's what I'm doing. You put me off now.
I found this in the junk room, especially for you.
Junk room. It's not. It's a storeroom. Oh, look at all those double sharps there.
It's quite slow. You can do it.
How slow is it? 70. Oh,
This piece may be played on 2 manuals.
Well, at least I've got twice the chance of getting it right? That's how it works, isn't it?
Oh no, look, waffle. You're getting waffle emoji.
No, Arnold's getting bored. Look, I bet the number's gone down to about 50 people. Come on, yeah, indeed. Stop waffling and play. Okay, so Brother James's Heir. This is a prelude by Searle Wright. Anyone heard of him? Let's see how we get on with this. What does he want? He wants a solo read. We got one of those. Got quite a few.
He wants a Clarabelle on the grate.
Does he now? Got one of those.
Or 8-foot flute plus swell.
Right. Let's just pull
He
out
wants
some
a
of those.
soft 8-foot on the swell and 4-foot string tone.
Got that. Got all of this. Was asking for a change.
Is this Tewkesbury or Redcliffe?
Which one do you think it is?
Oh, I haven't been paying attention. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely Tukes. Tukes. And where does he want the solo reed to come make an appearance then? Oh, there. All the way at the end.
Yes, Nick Nack, there is still time for requests.
Right, come on, let's go. Just about got away with it, apart from one bar, which did not go according to plan. The plan was to play the right notes, but that plan didn't happen in that moment in time. So I do apologise if Searle Wright is watching. So only 2 requests tonight, is that right? That's cool. That means we have an early bath. So let's go into 3 requests. Let's go into "Jesu, Lover of My Soul," which is coming from Michelle. It's one of this is wonderful, isn't it? Tune "Jesu, Lover of my what? Of my what do you call it? Aberystwyth. But why isn't it on here? Are you sure it's not on? There it is. Now, there is actually really, really good reharmonisation by Noel Rawson of this, but I don't know where my book has gone, which is worrying. He's done a really good reharm for this particular hymn, and I can't find it anywhere, which is very unusual. It's a bit annoying, but this room is upside down at the minute, so it's hardly a surprise when we can't find anything. Found it under Anna Lapwood. Noel Rawson was under Anna Lapwood, and Hugo actually. Aberystwyth is coming up next with I think a pretty good reharmonisation. Aberystwyth. Oh, it's actually not the one I was thinking of. Where have I seen? Oh well, it's pretty good. Michelle, you'll enjoy this, I'm sure. Oh yes. Oh yes. Very good. Very, very good. The words by Charles Wesley, music by Joseph Parry to a tune Aberystwyth. Wonderful Welsh tune. So don't forget your homework tonight is top 10 hymns for a celebration and maybe 10 hymns for a quiz, a BIS quiz. So send in your questions and hopefully I'll be able to choose your questions. So if you send me maybe half a dozen questions that you think are good BIS questions, something relevant to BIS, something that only the dedicated fans would know, and then we'll compile the best questions that you can come up with. Thank you very much to Kosh for putting 20 channel memberships up for grabs. So we've got 20 new channel members tonight. Thank you very much, Kosh. We are in Tewkesbury tonight with a very unique and identifiable tuba. The glorious Vox Humana. With luscious strings. And a whole array of reeds as well. I remember the first time I heard this organ, when it all came together, I just could not believe what I was hearing. It really blew me away. Having this incredible organ in our house is just like a dream come true. Yeah, wonderful. Right, let's go on to Angel Voices Ever Singing. I think this is a request from James himself. Yes, it is. James, you're a legend. You are such a legend, aren't you, James? Angel Voices. Yes, I am, he's saying. No, he's far too humble to say that. Angel voices ever singing round thy throne of light. Angel harps forever ringing, rest not day nor night. This organ is very much like Blackburn in the sense that you just get carried away with it so easily. You know, there are some organs which just are very refined, very beautiful, and you don't really need to get so worked away because everything is just so gorgeous. And I mean, Redcliffe really springs to mind. Actually, this is a gorgeous organ, and yes, it's refined, but in a different way to Redcliffe. And this organ, it's a bit like a Porsche, really, or a supercar, right? Bear with me, because those cars want to be worked, they want to be driven, and they're at their best when they are being driven. I'm sure you know what I mean, right? Whether, you know, if you're driving them slow, I mean, I've never driven a supercar, so I don't know, but something like a McLaren or a Ferrari, if you drive it slow, they're clunky and a bit not very nice to drive. They're designed to go fast. This is like, Tewkesbury is like that. This is designed to go hard. It really responds well to, you know, that full swell, the great foundation just piling up, big acoustic, glorious reeds on the pedal. It really responds and rewards sort of you not abusing it, but really playing it. A bit like Blackburn's the same. More of a Mustang. Yeah, well, a Mustang, yeah, I suppose like an old Mustang. The new ones are quite refined, actually, aren't they? But the older ones, definitely. Anyway, let's go on from cars. Faithful Shepherd Feed Me. This is Knick Knack. This is a great one for today. Good Shepherd Sunday. It's not on there, so where do I need to go then? NEH 2H2. Hello again. You only appear when you want something. You were sleeping very nicely on the VIP seat earlier. Faithful Shepherd, feed me in the pastures green. Faithful Shepherd, lead me where thy steps are seen. I beg your pardon?
I don't know what keeps going on with that. It keeps disconnecting.
Don't know why, but I played that in C major. It was written in D major, but I started playing in C major. And after the first bar, I thought, what am I doing? Why am I playing it in C? So I had to carry on in C, which is just as well that I can transpose, even though it's not my strongest skill. But I can just about just do it, so it's a good job, isn't it? Thank you very much to Paul Anthony 4782. That's one of the most generous donations I've had in the chat for many months. I think possibly forever. So thank you very much, Paul. If you do want to make donations like that, of course, it is massively appreciated. But please do make those donations direct into the Music Room Fund on the website, only because there's a less tax that's taken on it. In fact, if you do it direct on the website, it's 0% tax. Everything that you send is gets earmarked for the Music Room, so I don't need to give 40% of it away to the taxman or to YouTube or to anyone. So that is the preferred way for large donations. However, that is such a generous donation. Thank you so much, Paul. I'm being buzzed on my watch. Let me just have a quick look, see what's going on here, to make sure I'm not missing people who are donating to the website, because that doesn't come up on the screen. So
would you like me to look for you?
Yes, please. I think I can see a few actually. I've got them here. So Kathleen Lewis, thank you very much. Autoglass.
No, not Autoglass.
Autoglass aren't donating to it. The BIS Music Room, sponsored by Autoglass. I've got a big crack in my windscreen and I'm getting it repaired. Who's this one from? John, thank you very much, John. Thank you very much indeed. It's just Kathleen and John. And the rest of the buzzers are from James, my producer, telling me what to do. Arise My Soul to the tune Suomi. It's on an email from James. Okay, let's have a look at that. That doesn't sound familiar, that name, tune name. Let's have a look, see what it is. James Palmer, Arise My Soul. Is it this one here, is it? Excuse me. There it is. Okay, great. Yeah, let's have this. This is for Kathleen Lewis, who's been around for in our community for a long time. So thank you very much, Kathleen. definitely a new tune to me as well. It's a Finnish melody. Didn't know that at all. And actually, some of the harmony, despite being quite straightforward, caught me out.
Oh.
So thank you very much, Kathleen, for sending that one through
Sorry.
to me.
I just
Someone, who's
sorry
this?
about
Who's
this?
asking for Mendelssohn?
Richard, I thought.
Who is asking for Mendelssohn? What's going on with this?
Oh, you need to talk about tomorrow. So Richard's going to Buckfast Abbey tomorrow.
This? Hey, my
but
words.
I didn't realise he was going. It was in the diary,
well,
Buckfast Abbey. He's
it's-
going. Apparently, they've got as well as the big
for the
main
wings- for
organ.
the wings of a
They've got a
dove is what you're
Hauptwerk
probably
instrument
talking
somewhere
about.
that's playing up.
Larry,
fix
can you not
it,
see them?
basically. He thinks it's only going to be a day's work.
They're
but
just there.
Apparently,
They're
Buckfast
probably
Abbey
just
own
where
a
my
hotel
finger is,
locally,
just there.
apparently in the town
Outside.
or wherever. But
Oh, that was
and
the
they,
question
he'd
for
said,
Paul
"I'll
Anthony.
come on condition that you put me up for the night," which they said will be fine. But then apparently, this was earlier in the week. We discussed it. I said, "Oh, do I need to ask my mum about Monday?" And he said, "No, I'm not going to go now."
I have that.
They
I
emailed me
can't
saying
play
the
the
hotel's
whole
full.
thing.
It's got a conference, and they can't
because
put me
it's-
up, so I'm not going to.
Hang on, I'm getting confused. Caroline, I think your microphone's on whilst talking to your mum.
It all in a day. So I wondered.
Oh, I'll have to. It's alright. She's taking it off now.
I've done a Jerry now.
Right. This there. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to play. I'm just a bit confused by this piece that's being requested by. I think it's by Paul. Hi, Paul. Hear our prayer, O Lord. O Lord, incline thine ear to us. It's only like 8 bars or something. Is that right? Yeah, so you got a bit of a gossip from the BIS, right? So I'm going to Buckfast tomorrow, very very early, and it's about a 3-hour drive basically. So and they've got a Hauptwerk set up as a practice organ, and I need to go and fix it. So I'm going to go and drive all the way down there to Dorset, Devon, and do a bit of work, and then drive back. So another 3 hours on the way back. So 6 hours driving tomorrow. Yay. No accommodation, apparently. So, great. I'm going to play a bit of Buxtehude for Daniel, whilst we work out what this Hear My Prayer is. A bit of clarity on that one would be very much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Whilst we get that, let me get this one for Daniel. This will be the voluntary, and then we'll have the last item will be the I've got the Mendelssohn, don't worry. I've got a copy of it. I've got loads of copies of that, so I can get that. Here we go. This is for Daniel. He's been always asking for and for Buxtehude. That was the Preludium in C by Buxtehude, Books WV 137. So the final thing that we're going to play tonight is, I think, part of Mendelssohn's Hear My Prayer, which is a piece for choir, actually originally for soprano, solo, orchestra and choir. But it has since become known as a much more refined, smaller version for boy treble, choir and organ. But actually it was originally written for a bigger ensemble than that. So what I'll do, Anthony, because I can't really make it work, to be honest. I'll play the famous bit, which all of you will know, I'm sure. So this will be the final thing that we have tonight. It's "Oh for the Wings of a Dove" by Mendelssohn, sponsored by Paul Anthony. So thank you very much, Paul, for your wonderful donation tonight. Yes, we've got two more live requests, two more live virtual churches from here. And I'd very much like you all to send me 3 things. And I've got 3 things for you to send me, right? So first thing is your questions about BIS. So we are celebrating the fact that this organ is going to go into its new home next week. So ask, something about BIS, how many virtual churches have there been? How many organists have there been on BIS? Something about BIS, okay? Some questions, so we'll do a quiz. And then I want to have a top 10 hymns for celebration. Kofen, for example. Jerusalem. God of Our Fathers. Big hymns that we all loved and really sing out. And then the third thing is, what is the final thing that I will play on this organ in this location? What is the final thing? So on that note, I will bid you all a very good night. Thank you all so much for watching tonight. Thank you all so much for your donations, both in the live chat and away from the live chat, on the music room. Just had a couple more from, I think we just had one from, where are we? From Theodore or Ted Kirkby. Thank you very much, Ted. That's very, very kind.
Sorry about the microphone, folks. Sorry.
You've given them all a bit of gossip about what I'm doing tomorrow. Now they all know I'm in Buckfast.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I just had to sort out Hugo and Charlotte pick up from school and nursery.
And are all okay?
Yeah, fine.
Good. Thank you, Granny. Right, good night, everyone. You take care and you stay safe. I'll see you next week for big celebrations.